In this video, we will explore the PCB rules and constraints editor. The following topics will be covered: clearance rules for specific nets, rule priorities, design rules using net classes, schematic-driven rules, via settings. The PCB editor uses the concept of design rules to define the requirements of a design. We can access the rules by going to the design menu and select rules. We can also use the shortcut keys D and R to open the PCB rules and constraints editor dialog. The rules and constraints are applied using an elegant target these objects and apply those requirements approach. Design rules collectively form an instruction set for the PCB editor to follow. They target specific objects and are applied in a hierarchical fashion. For example, there is a clearance rule for the entire board, then perhaps a clearance rule for a class of nets, then perhaps another for one of the pads in a class. Using the rule priority and the scope, the PCB editor can determine which rule applies to each object in the design. With clear design rules, we can successfully complete complex board designs. Since the PCB editor is rules-driven, setting up rules at the start ensures a smooth design process while maintaining accuracy. The PCB rules and constraints editor has two sections. First, the tree on the left lists the different rule categories. Second, the right side of the dialog presents information in relation to what is currently selected in the tree. Either all defined rules for the entire system, a summary of defined rules of the selected rule type or category, or, if an actual rule is selected, the constraints for that rule. To add a new design rule, navigate to and select the required rule type within the left-hand tree, then click the New Rule button below the rule summary list. Or right-click over the required rule type, then select New Rule from the context menu. To delete a single design rule, we can use the tree on the left to navigate to the required existing rule. Right-click, then choose Delete Rule from the context menu. Or we can navigate to the specific rule type in the tree on the left, then select the rule to be deleted in the summary list on the right. Then click the Delete Rule button below the list. To quickly create an identical copy of an existing rule, we can use the Duplicate Rule button. We can also generate a report of currently defined design rules. The report can cater to all rule categories, a specific rule category, or a specific rule type. A report can be generated by selecting the Report button at the bottom of the list. A new rule can also be created using the Design Rule Wizard by clicking the Rule Wizard button at the bottom of the dialog window. To simplify rule management, start with general rules and override them with specific ones as needed. Prioritization determines which rule applies when multiple rules target the same object. New rules default to the highest priority. Use the Priorities button to adjust rule priorities. A new PCB document includes default rules needed for the design rule check system. Some may not be necessary, so reviewing them is important. Deleted default rules are automatically recreated when closing the PCB rules and constraints editor. We can disable rules without deleting them by deselecting the specific rule within the enabled column inside the summary list selected along the left side of the dialog. If we delete or modify default rules, we can get our default rule set back by clicking the Create Default Rules button. We can import and export the design rules, allowing us to save and load favorite rule definitions between different designs. To export, right-click anywhere within the tree on the left of the dialog and select Export Rules. The Choose Design Rule Type dialog opens in which we can choose the design rule to export. In the Export Rules to File dialog that opens, you can name the rule file and choose the location. Exported rules are stored in a PCB rule file. To import, we right-click anywhere within the tree on the left of the dialog and select Import Rules. The Choose Design Rule Type dialog opens in which you can choose the design rules to import. In the Import File dialog that opens, browse to the rule file to import. Finally, there is an option to use a constraint editor dialog. The constraints editor is a document-based user interface that offers an alternative approach for viewing, creating, and managing the design constraint rules used for your PCB layouts. We can access the constraints editor by selecting the Switch to Document View button. Note that the document view is not the same as the constraint manager, which we will cover in a later video. To switch back to the PCB rules and constraints editor, in the Properties panel, select Switch to Dialog View. This option is also accessible in the Tools menu along the top. Now let's explore some of these features by creating new rules. Let's create a clearance rule to a specific net. If closed, reopen the PCB rules and constraints editor. Expand the electrical rule category. Notice that there are 6 rule types within this category. Now let's expand the clearance rule type to display all clearance rules currently defined. Notice that there are 2 rules. The first is called schematic clearance constraint, which was automatically created based on the directives placed at the schematics. The second rule, the default one, is called clearance. Let's rename the first rule. We can do this by selecting the schematic clearance constraint rule and change the name to CAN bus. Let's now create a new rule that will target the 12-volt power net. Right-click on the clearance rule type, just underneath electrical, and click New Rule. Notice that a new rule added with a default name of Clearance 1. Select the new rule Clearance 1 on the left pane to open the rule. We will assign each field according to the desired rule settings. Set the name field to Power Net's 12 volts. We will now set the scope of the rule. Set the first query to Net, and then 12 volts. We will leave the second query selection to All. This means that this rule will check the clearance between the 12 volts net and all other objects as defined in the table below. We can set the minimum clearance constraint to 15 mils, and this will apply to the matrix below. The item cell within the matrix can be modified individually if required. Select Apply to save the modifications and create the new rule. Now that we have multiple clearance rules, let's ensure their priorities are set correctly. Click on the Priorities button in the bottom left of the window to open the Edit Rule Priorities window. Ensure that the newly added rule's priority is number 1. If it's not, select that rule and click Increase Priority. Click Close to accept changes. Let's now add another clearance rule, this time to the PowerNets class. Select the electrical category, then Clearance. Right-click on the clearance rule type, just underneath Electrical, and click New Rule. Notice a new rule added with a default name of Clearance 1. Select the new rule Clearance 1 on the left pane to open it. Set the name field to PowerNets class. Set the first query to Net class, and then Power. Set the minimum clearance constraint to 15 mils. Keep the second query as All. This rule will now check to ensure that there is a 15 mil clearance between any net within the PowerNet class and any other object as defined in the matrix. Select Apply to save the new rule. Let's now check the width rule for the PowerNet class, which was set within the schematic during a previous module. While still inside the PCB Rules and Constraints editor, navigate to the Routing section, then Width Design Rule. Check the settings for the existing schematic width constraint rules. Rename the rules based on the net's and class's rules target. Once again, ensure that the schematic-driven width constraint rules have a higher priority than the default width rule. Now, let's modify the default routing via style design rule to have multiple via sizes available during interactive routing. Open the Routing via Design rule by selecting the Routing section, followed by Routing via Style rule category. Select the rule and modify the via diameter and via hole size values. Note that the maximum values are in the middle. We can adjust our minimums, preferred, and maximum via sizes as desired. Click OK to save the new rules settings and close the editor. We have covered the features and functions of the PCB Rules and Constraints editor.